Hello, 9th standard. Have a nice day. Have a good day. I hope you are doing well. And namaste and good morning. Today we are going to do video number 26 as continuation of our lesson Unit 23 Economic Biology Part 4. Part 4. As we have learned so far as economic biology, all these portions they are included under botany heading, where we have studied about all horticulture and its branches, and then medicinal plants, and then types of biofertilizers, fertilizers and types of biofertilizers. I hope you remember that. Till that aquaponics, hydroponics, aeroponics and aquaponics portions of this unit 23 economic biology is included under botany heading. Okay, just go through that. What is written in the board? 1 minute. This is as video 26, we are going to do the topic dairy farming. We are going to learn about dairy farming. What do you understand? Dairy is nothing but milk and milk products. Dairy is nothing but milk and milk products. Right? And that process of obtaining milk and then make it for marketable use, that includes dairy farming. I hope you are listening. So this is our video 26 unit 23 economic biology part 4. I hope you are listening. And now one more I want to say, now onwards, whenever you learn this, when you attend this video session, online class, please have your classwork note with you. And what are all written on the board, please make a note in the classwork note. That we call it as teaching notes. I hope you understand. So when we meet again, I will check all these video sessions so that I will understand, I will come to know that you have seen the videos. Right? Don't cheat yourself. It is good for you to concentrate on academics. So please observe all the videos and note down the teaching notes. Okay. Now today we are doing dairy farming. Dairy farming, what is it? Rising of cattle for milk production. Rising of cattle for milk production. Cattle and these are cow, goat, sheep, buffalo, camel, horse. These are all cattle. Okay. So rising of cattle for milk production, and it involves the proper maintenance of cattle. Dairy farming involves the proper maintenance of cattle and collection and preservation of milk and milk products. Right? And dairying means production and marketing of milk and milk products. What do you understand? Dairy farming, there are 4 steps. First one, rising of cattle for production, milk production, and it involves the proper maintenance of cattle, collection and processing of milk and milk products. And I understand, I hope you understand. And finally, dairying means production and marketing of milk and milk products. Just a second to go through. Can you? What do you understand by dairy farming? Are you clear? Next one, cattle breed. Under cattle breed, we have Indian breed. Under cattle breed, we have Indian breed or Indian cattle. Indian breed சொல்லுகிற Indian cattle. One minute. Indian cattle. What is it? Cow and buffalo. Cows and buffaloes. Indian cattle, cows and buffaloes. What do you understand? Cow வந்து பசுமாடு, buffalo எருமமாடு. Yeah? So we get milk from cows and buffaloes. பசும்பால், எருமைப்பால் சொல்லுவோம்ல, that is. So Indian cattle breeds are cows and buffaloes. Okay, and then they are domesticated. Domesticated na at home. We are having this cattle shed. Yeah, nama palkarala pal pannai chirpala with all these cows and buffaloes. That is domesticated. Okay, and domesticated for milk, leather and transportation. They are domesticated for milk, leather and transportation. And then one minute. And then Bos indicus and Bos bubalis. Bos indicus and Bos bubalis. These are all Indian cows and bulls. Bos indicus and cows and bulls. These are all Indian buffaloes. Indian buffaloes. Just go through Indian buffaloes. Okay, and then they are reared for. These are reared for milk and farm labor. They are reared for milk and farm labor. What do you understand? Go through that. First, what is dairy farming? We have learned. I hope you have noted in the class work also. Please do it. I repeat, raising of cattle for milk production involves the proper maintenance of cattle, collection and processing of milk and milk products, and dairying means production and marketing of milk and milk products. I hope you follow. Then cattle breed. What does it mean? First one, Indian cattle. They are cows and buffaloes. Cows na pasumadu, buffalo erumamadu. Then they are domesticated. Domesticated na nama maadu valapala silar maadu toluvum solluvumla. That is domesticated for milk, leather and transportation. What do you understand? They are domesticated for milk to get milk and milk products. Leather, the skin of these animals, they are used for leather purpose. Leather, there are different items they prepare, no? Belt and then cap, handbag, shoes. For that they are using. And transportation. These buffaloes and cows, especially bulls and cattle, they are used as for transportation. Maattu vandi solvala, kalamadu maattu vandi solvala, and also in paddy field we use these bulls for ploughing. Is it not? So that is for transportation. Are you listening? So I say domesticated for milk, leather and transportation. Then next one, the species. The species of cows and bulls, they are Bos indicus, and Indian buffaloes are Bos bubalis. Bos indicus, they are species of cows and bulls. Pasumadu, Kalamadu. And Bos indicus, Indian buffaloes. Ermamadu. And then they are reared for milk and farm labor. They are reared for we are having all these cattle shed for milk and farm labor. Milk to get milk and milk products, and farm labor, that means we are using it for ploughing and tilling, and then we are using for transportation, mattu yeah, that is farm labor. I hope you understand. To take the what is that? All the harvesting material as rice and its waste, they are taken by these bulls in the bullock cart. So that is farm labor. I hope you understand. So cattle breed, there are 4 points. Please go through. I repeat: Indian cattle, cows and buffaloes, domesticated for milk, leather and transportation. Bos indicus, that is cows and bulls. Bos bubalis, they are Indian buffaloes, and they are reared for milk and farm labor. Okay, just go through for a second. Note down, it's always better. Note down. Can you? I am going to rubber. Right. The next one, what we are doing is types of cattle breed. What we are going to learn is types of cattle breed. What can we guess? Types of cattle breed. They are as dairy breed. They are as dairy breed, and then drought or draft breed. Drought or draft breed. And third one is for dual purpose. Third for dual purpose. What can we understand? There are 3 categories as dairy breed, drought or draft breed and dual purpose. What can you say? Dairy breed, first it is for obtaining milk. Dairy breed, it is for obtaining milk. Dairy breed is for obtaining milk. Are you clear? The next point, it is have high milk yielders. They are high milk yielders with the lactation period. With a good lactation period. I'll tell you one by one. They are high milk yielders with a good lactation period. Can you understand this? Then they are as indigenous breed. They are as indigenous breed and exotic breed. They are as indigenous breed and exotic breed. I hope you understand. What do you mean? Can you say this? Now, indigenous breed, they are native of India. Sorry, indigenous breed, they are native of India. indigenous breed na native of India. Chale exotic breed, can you guess? Exotic breed imported from foreign countries. Exotic breed imported from foreign countries. Okay, so again two varieties we have: indigenous breed which are native of India, and exotic breed, it is imported from foreign countries. Now example for indigenous breed, they are Sahiwal. Example, Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Dione, Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Dione and Gir. These are all names of the cows. Whereas exotic breed, the famous ones is Holstein Friesian. Is a famous exotic breed. Holstein Friesian, Jersey and Brown Swiss. Holstein Friesian, Jersey and Brown Swiss. Okay, so these are all imported from foreign countries. Imported from foreign countries. What are the types we have? Indigenous and exotic breed. Okay, and indigenous means they are native of India. Example, Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Dione and Gir. Whereas exotic breed, they are imported from foreign countries. Example, Holstein Friesian, Jersey and Brown Swiss. Okay, there are different examples given. As usual, following this video 26 description, we have picture presentation. There we have pictures for all these examples. Okay, as Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Dione, Gir, all this. Okay, and for this, the features of these animals, what can we say? They have strong limbs. Limbs na legs. Strong limbs, and then a prominent hump. Strong limbs, prominent hump. Hump means for any cows we have on the upper surface we have structure like this. Yeah, then when this is hump. Okay, and loose skin. And loose skin. Hump வந்து இதுதான் அனிமல்லாம் இந்த மாதிரி இப்படி வந்திருக்கும். இதுதான் hump. Okay, and then lactation period. It has lactation period. அதுக்கு வரேன். Lactation period, and then show resistance to diseases, and it shows resistance to diseases. Shows resistant to diseases. Now listen, one by one we will go. First, the dairy breed. This dairy farming. We have learnt about what is dairy farming, and then we have learnt about cattle breed. Under that, Indian cattle breed, Bos indicus and Bos bubalis. I hope you remember that. Just now we learned. And then these dairy, they are as dairy breeds. They are classified into 3 categories. One is dairy breed, drought or draft breed, and dual purpose breed. Okay, and now this dairy breed, it is meant for obtaining milk. Dairy breed is meant for obtaining milk. and they are high milk yielders with a good lactation period. Lactation period, that is giving milk after the birth of a calf. Milk after birth of a calf. Kanakudi chelvanga, that is okay. Calf singular, calves plural. I hope you are listening. So I say high milk yielders with a good lactation period. And it is of two varieties. One is called indigenous breed, another one is exotic breed. And this indigenous breed is native of India. They are examples: Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Deoni and Gir. Whereas exotic breed, they are imported from foreign countries. Again example: Holstein, Friesian, Jersey and Brown Swiss. Different examples given in the textbook, that we will do. Holstein, Friesian, Jersey and Brown Swiss. Okay. Now features of this indigenous breed: they have strong limbs. Limbs na 4 legs and prominent hump. Prominent hump na the maadukku mele bevandirukkulla, that is hump, and skin is loose. Whereas buffalo ku the thick skin, buffalo skin and kepolla, that is. And then lactation period, that is these cows and buffaloes, they are mammals, that is they show viviparous type of reproduction, that is giving birth to young ones. Okay. And once they give birth to young one, to feed the young calf, we say it is the mammary gland secretes milk. Is it not? Same way for this breed, the udder, it is called the mammary gland here, it is called the udder. Udder is giving rise to the milk. The kannukudi paal kudikilla pasula, adu pera udder. Okay. And that lactation period is milk is after the birth of calves. Kannukudi. And then resistant to diseases. And this lactation period is very, it gives good amount of milk from this exotic breed: Holstein, Friesian, Jersey and Brown Swiss. What is exotic breed? Imported cholula. So when this imported and Indian breed are crossed, that will give a new variety, exotic breed. So just go through this so far. Can you understand? Are you? Just go. Indigenous. In our textbook, examples are given like this. You can just go through this. Are you clear? So I say cattle breed, indigenous example: Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Deoni and Gir. Again exotic breed, it is Bos Taurus. Exotic breed is Bos Taurus. Example: Bos Taurus, that is exotic breed. I hope you understand. Bos Taurus. And then these foreign breeds are selected for long lactation period. These breeds are selected for long lactation period. I hope you follow this. So this is for dairy breed. Just make a note, we'll just continue. Just make a note. Can you? Just copy all these in the classwork. Okay. We'll just continue. What are we done so far? Answer. Dairy breed we have been daily. Is it not? Now we do draft breed. It is also called drought breed. Okay. Now this drought breed is used for agricultural farm work. What do you understand? Agricultural work, that is farm work. What is farm work I said? As tilling, irrigation and carting. I hope you understand. Just recollect, used for agricultural purpose, that is farm work. Okay, and then it is meant for tilling, irrigation and carting. Tilling na plowing the field. Improvement in food resources, last year we have studied, that is as tilling or plowing the field, irrigation, watering and carting. Carting na bullock cart. So first used for agricultural purposes. Then example, Amrit Mahal, Amblacheri, Kangeyam, Malvi, Sivi and Halikar. These are the textbook example. As I said, when you see the picture presentation, continuation of this video 26, you can have all these picture of these animals. Drought breed. Okay. I repeat, Amrit Mahal, Amblacheri, we have done in practicals, economic biology. I hope you remember. So Amrit Mahal, Amblacheri, Kangeyam, Malvi, Sivi and Halikar. These are the examples for drought breed. I hope you remember this. Whereas dual purpose, which is meant for both breed, cattle breed, which is meant for both milk yielding and labor, that is called dual purpose. Where cows for milk yielding and wool for farmer. Farmer nale, you remember these three. What are tilling or plowing, irrigation and carting. Okay. Example, Haryana, Ongole and Tarparkar. Haryana, Ongole and Tarparkar. These are the examples for dual purpose breed. I hope you understand. So this is for the three categories of breed: cattle breed as dairy breed, drought or draft breed and dual purpose breed. Are you clear? Now we see composition of cattle feed. Breed like the cattle feed. Under that we have two types. One is called roughage, another one concentrate. Okay, two types of cattle feed. One is called roughage and another one is concentrate. 1 minute. One is called roughage and another one is concentrate. Okay. Now in our textbook, before we go to this, we have indigenous drought breed as Kangeyam and Pulikulam. Kangeyam and Pulikulam, where Kangeyam is originated in Kangeyam and is observed in Dharapuram, Perundurai, Erode, Bhavani and part of Gobichittipalayam, Taluka, Erode and Coimbatore district. Quite common. Okay. Whereas Pulikulam, commonly seen in Kambam Valley, Kumbam Chulnade, Kambam Valley in Madurai district, known as Jallikattu model. They are mainly used for penning in the field and useful for plowing. This information you discover. Go through that. Okay. Then composition of cattle feed that we are going to learn now. The food requirement for cattle should support healthy life of animal and milk producing requirement. Okay, in the feed for dairy cattle is broadly classified into roughage and concentrates. Roughage and concentrates. Now roughage is a coarse fibrous fodder. Fodder na the food, the cattle breed food the yellow tadailan chalula, that is fodder. Coarse fibrous fodder. It consists of succulent feed as cultivated grass, fodder and root crops. That is, after harvesting, all that stick will be cut and left out. No? That is forming cultivated crops and dry grasses. So in our textbooks given cultivated grass, fodder and root caps, root crops and dry fodder, that is hay, straw and chaff. Vacuole, meal that is hay, straw and chaff. This is for roughage. Whereas concentrate, it is having a low fiber content. Concentrates are low in fiber content and high level of carbohydrates and proteins. Second, carbohydrates and protein and with the other rich nutrients. A variety of raw materials. 1 minute. Just a second. So this concentrate we are talking as low fiber content with the high quantity, high requirement of carbohydrate, proteins and other nutrients. Okay, just now I have been telling this to you. So concentrates are low in fiber and high level carbohydrate, protein and other nutrients. A variety of raw materials such as cholam, that is jowar, kambu is called pearl millet, ragi is known as finger millet, rice bran, tavadu chalula, wheat bran, cotton seed cake, mustard cake, groundnut cake, linseed cake, mango seed, neem cake and eld sesame. These are all the content for cattle feed. They should also be fed on green fodder, that is maize, legugrain, burzim, millet and elephant grass. I hope you understand. So this is for concentrate. Cattle feed is two types, roughage and concentrate. Roughage வந்து fibrous fodder, whereas இது வந்து low fibrous fodder. I hope you understand. Then this is for composition of cattle feed. Then we are talking about feed management. What can I understand? Feed management. Dairy cattle need balanced rations containing all nutrients in proportional amount and food additives which contain minerals. Food additive na the mineral rich food. Food additives which contain minerals. And vitamins, antibiotics and hormones to promote the growth of animals, good yield of milk and protect them from diseases. This is a feed management. Normally the feed வந்து நம்ம இந்த roughage and concentrate வந்து at home ஒரு பெரிய wooden drum சொல்லுவோம்ல, அதில் we have this கடலை புண்ணாக்கு, பருத்தி கொட்டை and then கழநீர், whatever the food waste, all that we are doing now, they are forming this feed. So now cattle, dairy cattle need balanced rations containing all nutrients in proportional amount and food additives which contain minerals, vitamins, antibiotics and hormones to promote the growth of animals, good yield of milk and free from diseases. And the dairy average feed ratio வந்து 15 to 25 kilogram of roughage, which is nothing but dry grass and green fodder. 4 to 5 gram of grain mixture and 100 to 150 liters of water. Then, do you know, Patako, Dr. Varghese Kurian was the founder of National Dairy Development Board. So, he is considered as father of white revolution. White revolution, it is about the milk. Another father of white revolution. Just go through this for a second. Just a second, go through it. Can you? Composition of cattle feed and feed management. Copy panna notla. A second, just go through. Can I? Again I say composition of cattle feed, roughage and concentrate. See the spelling for roughage. Do you remember this? Just now I said. Now this grass-eating animals, they are also called ruminant animals. Grass-eating animals are also called ruminant animals. That is, when they eat all these food, especially grasses, it takes time for them to digest. And unlike human, these ruminant animals have 4 chambers of stomach. 4 chambers of stomach. Okay, as like what to say, only ruminant animals will have 4 chambers of stomach. Normally, these grass-eating animals will eat the grasses, they chew and then they come to a place, sit down and bring the food again to the mouth and keep on chewing, is it not? And that process is called ruminant. And actually, that ruminant, it is digesting the cellulose in the grass. Plants will have cellulose or carbohydrates, we say, no? So that is getting digested. And this ruminant chamber contains an enzyme called cellulase. Cellulase, which is digesting the cellulose. Whereas in human, the cellulose cannot be digested. So only people are asked to take fiber food, roughage. That is, the content is taken, but the as such it will not be digested. It will be sent out as undigested food. That is in the case of human. Whereas here in ruminant animal, these breed, the animal is called ruminant animal when the stomach is having 4 chambers of stomach. I hope you follow this. As rumen, reticulum, 4 chambers of stomach. As rumen, reticulum, not given in a book, just take down. Rumen, reticulum, masum and abomasum. Rumen, reticulum, masum and abomasum. These are the chambers of 4 chambers of ruminant animals. I hope you follow this. And it is digesting the fibrous food. So just go through roughage and concentrate. Just a second, go through roughage and concentrate. Roughage and concentrate. Remember the 4 chambers of stomach. Remember 4 chambers of stomach for ruminant animals. 4 chambers of stomach for ruminant animals. Just see here, I'll show you the picture. This is digestive system of a ruminant. Now these are the 4 chambers as rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. Rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. These are the chambers of heart. Chambers of stomach. These are absent in human. Also, it cannot digest the food, cellulose. Okay. And then feed management that we have learned. What is it? The quantity and proper requirement of the feed should be supplied to these animals so that it will give good yield of milk, and then it should breed should be free from diseases. I hope you understand. Then next one, last part of this is improvement in livestock. Improvement in livestock. Livestock na all these cattle variety. Okay. Improvement in livestock. We have 2 techniques. One is intensive cattle development program. Another one is Operation Flood program. These 2. Intensive cattle development program based on crossbreeding of indigenous cows with the exotic European breed to increase milk production. New methods and modern equipments are made available for machine milking cows. Or in a very big dairy, say Avin milk dairy, every single cow cannot be milking for every cow. It takes time, no? So there are hundreds of cows will be there. So for that, nowadays modern technique is machine milking of cows available. But actually it's not good for health of the cow, because if the machine will suck all the milk, then the calf will not have proper quantity of milk. Actually it's not correct, but still for commercial purpose people are doing like that. Sure. Then Operation Flood program based on dairy commodity aid to increase milk supply in urban areas. Quality milk supply in urban areas. Okay. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is our video number 26 for dairy farming, unit 23, economic biology, part 4. Okay, and we'll continue this video session with the picture presentation. And as I said, don't miss these videos. Please keep doing it. Okay, so we'll continue with the picture presentation. Are you clear? We'll just continue. Have a nice day. Have a good day. Thank you. Hello, 9th standard. This is continuation of our video number 26, where we are doing unit 23, economic biology, part 3. What you have learnt with the blackboard discussion, details that we are learning with the dairy farming. Okay, the topic that we are discussed so far with the blackboard discussion, that is dairy farming. The same we are going to continue with the picture presentation. Okay, so this is our video number 26, economic biology part 3, that we are going to concentrate on dairy farming. Right, now what you are seeing in this picture, it's called animal husbandry. That is all livestock where it is cultured or useful, it is useful to mankind, that is called animal husbandry. See here, first one, it is goat and sheep is there, no, that one. Then poultry farming, and then dairy farming, and then honey bee, then pisciculture, and then sericulture. I hope you are able to follow this. So all these branches together included under animal husbandry. Okay, so this animal, we don't use the term specially as animal husbandry in our textbook in detail. We are learning as part dairy farming, then aquaculture, under that pisciculture, prawn culture, and then vermicomposting. Yeah, so that details we are learning. So now in this video, as we just learned the blackboard summary discussion, we are going to do dairy farming. Just go through this for a second. Can you? Right. So now animal husbandry is the scientific management of animal stock. I repeat, animal husbandry is the scientific management of animal livestock. Animal livestock, na, all these cattle breed, and then apiculture, aquaculture, under that pisciculture, right? It includes various aspects such as feeding, breeding, and disease control. Feeding, we know, food that we are supplying. Breeding season is reproduction, and disease control. Now animal based farming includes cattle, goat, sheep, poultry, and fish farming. What does it mean? Animal based farming includes cattle, goat, sheep, poultry, and fish farming. Now as the population increases and the living standard increase, the demand for milk, egg, and meat is also going up. Also, the growing awareness of the need for human treatment of livestock has brought in new limitations in livestock farming. Thus, livestock production also needs to be improved. I hope you understand. So this is introduction for this dairy farming, that is animal husbandry. I hope you are following. So now we do this dairy farming. Next, what we are doing is dairy farming. Under that, we have dairy farming involves raising of cattle for milk production. Dairy farming involves raising of cattle for milk production. It involves proper maintenance of cattle along with collection and processing of milk and milk products which are useful to man. And dairying is the production and marketing of milk and its products. This is what we have learnt just now, right? Now what you are seeing in the picture is Bos indicus and Bos bubalis. First வந்து பசுமாடு, அடுத்தது வந்து எருமை மாடு. Can you locate that? First வந்து cow, second வந்து buffalo. So cattle husbandry is done for two purposes: milk and drought labor for agriculture work such as tilling, irrigation, and cutting. Okay, so cattle husbandry is cattle farming, and it is mainly for milk and drought labor. Now this milk yielding that we know, drought labor, what does it mean? It is for agricultural work. What is that? Tilling or ploughing. That is tilling or ploughing, irrigation, supplying water, and cutting. Cutting வந்து மாட்டு வண்டி, bullock cart, isn't it? So that is for drought labor. Are you listening? Now Indian cattle belong to two different species as Bos indicus, that is cow. See the picture here, Bos indicus and Bos bubalis, buffalo, erma madu. Bos bubalis, right? In the description we have learnt with the blackboard description. Now we are observing the picture, how healthy it is, just see. Okay, so now this milk yielding animal, it is also called milch animals. Okay, milk yielding animal is also called milch animals, and they are domestic animals that yield milk and are kept and suitable for milk production. And some milk producing animals that are present in India are cow, buffalo, goat and camel. Chariya? Cow, buffalo, goat and camel. I hope you understand. So now we say dairy breed. Indian cattle name we have learned Bos indiges and Bos bubalis. And then cattle breed that we are coming under dairy breed or domesticated for obtaining milk. So they are also called milk animal. So under that we are learning it as indigenous and exotic breed. Under this we are learning it as indigenous and exotic breed. The first one there, that milk animal previous that is same, milk yielding animals. Now milk production depends to some extent on the duration of lactation period. That means period of milk production after the birth of a calf. Kannakutti parkradilla. Okay, so milk production to some extent on the duration of lactation period, meaning the period of milk production after the birth of a calf. So milk production can be increased by increasing the lactation period. I hope you understand. And then when we talk about indigenous breeds, see the picture there. Again, as we have learnt today, indigenous breeds are native of India. Example, Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Deoni and Gir. Okay, and these cattle are well built with strong limbs, prominent hump and loose skin. I am not going to read it again, just understand. Recollect the point that I said. And milk production depends upon the duration of the lactation period. Whereas exotic breed, it is Bos taurus. Exotic breed வந்து Bos taurus. They include Jersey, Brown Swiss and Holstein Friesian. They include what? Jersey, Brown Swiss and Holstein Friesian. I hope you follow. So exotic breed example Jersey, Brown Swiss, and another famous one is which is giving very high yield of milk வந்து Holstein Friesian. And they are selected for long lactation period. Lactation period அந்த பால் கொடுக்கறது இல்லையா அது. And with the local breed example Red Sindhi and Sahiwal. And they show excellent resistance to diseases. Okay, the two can be crossbred to get animal with both desired qualities. I hope you follow. So these are the examples of animal. I think name clear அல்ல, just understand பண்ணிக்கோ. Okay, these are the examples of milk animal. சரியா? The next one, see here, Red Sindhi, Sahiwal and Murrah. Example, Red Sindhi, Sahiwal and Murrah. சரியா? Now these are high milk yielding animal and the milk is obtained from, 1 minute, just we'll just continue. Now this Red Sindhi, Sahiwal and Murrah, where the milk is obtained from this high quality milk, அது வந்து அட்டர் சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, இந்த ஃபீமேல் mammary gland இருக்கிறது தான். For these cows and buffaloes it is called udder, UDDER. I wrote on the blackboard, just you understand. That is called udder. I hope you follow. So we say dairy breed வந்து enala indigenous and exotic breed. And the next one on the drought or draft breed. They are used for agricultural work such as tilling, irrigation and cutting. Example on the Amrit Mahal, Kangeyam, Amblacheri, Malvi and Siri. I repeat, for drought breed, what are all? Amrit Mahal, Kangeyam, Amblacheri, Malvi and Siri and Halikar. I hope you understand. So this is for drought breed. And some of them are dual purpose. இங்கே இல்லை பாரு, ரெண்டுமே எல்லாமே இருக்குது பாரு. Sahiwal, Gir, Red Sindhi, Kankaraj. நம்ம டெக்ஸ்ட் புக் பிக்சர். Sahiwal, Gir, Red Sindhi and Kankaraj. These are all indigenous breed. Exotic breed, Jersey, Brown Swiss, Curran Swiss and Holstein Friesian. And Holstein Friesian. I hope you follow this. So here this is for cattle breed. And another one, for these cattle we have to have composition of cattle breed feed. Cattle feed, again it is as roughage and concentrates. Cattle feed வந்து roughage and concentrate. Roughage is a coarse fibrous fodder, consists of succulent feed which is cultivated grass fodder and root crops, and dry fodder as hay, straw and chaff. Vacuole chalole, that is. Okay. Then concentrates are low in fiber and contain high level of carbohydrates, proteins and other nutrients. For that details, you please refer to page 279 examples. I hope you understand. Then feed management. Dairy cattle need balanced ration containing all nutrients in proportional amount and food additive which contain minerals, vitamins, antibiotics and hormones to promote the growth of animals, good yield of milk and to protect them from diseases. I hope you follow. So this is of dairy farming, where we are going in detail. And one more information bit that is said in the blackboard description as indigenous drought breed. Example, drought breed of Tamil Nadu as Kangeyam and Pulikulam. That also page 279 in our textbook it is given, that you please go through. Are you clear? So for under dairy farming we are learning cattle. What is dairy farming, what for we are doing it, and what does it involve. Then cattle breed with the example Bos indicus and Bos bubalis, and then a dairy breed as milk animal, and under that we have indigenous breed and exotic breed. Examples தெரியணும். Indigenous breeds are இங்கே பிக்சரில் இருக்கு இல்லையா, Sahiwal, Gir, Red Sindhi and Kankaraj. Textbookல வந்து Sahiwal, Red Sindhi, Dioni and Gir. Okay. Whereas exotic breed, example Jersey, Brown Swiss, Holstein Friesian. Jersey, Brown Swiss, Curran Swiss and Holstein Friesian. I hope you follow. So this is as indigenous and example for indigenous and exotic breeds. Okay. Then we have learnt about drought breed, dual purpose, and then composition of cattle feed. I hope I understand. This is our video number 26. Go through the picture once. Video number 26. Chapter Unit 23, Economic Biology. I hope you follow. So we'll continue in the next video session. Please go through the lesson. Repeatedly I am saying, go through the lesson. Have you gone through? So go through the lesson and note down all these points. We'll continue in the next video session. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Thank you.